We made this.
14 stone one at a minute.
I weighed in at 18 the other day.
You're a cruiserweight, mate.
Yeah, you're cruiserweight.
This is what I mean. I want to make sure I'm disqualified from 205 Live before. But
Even though you're not even vaguely interested in being on professional wrestling.
No,
whatever happens, Mum, don't let me go underneath 205 because they'll come looking for me. Triple H will just fucking turn up at the door with his suit and shit.
conscription of cruiserweights.
It's William Regal in a hackney cab just glaring at you.
To be fair, there'd be a gimmick in that, wouldn't there? If Wilson was under 205 at his height.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Vince had lapped that gimmick up on 205.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Lanky streak of piss.
I don't know.
What did Freever Cruiserweight do?
Take your top off. Let's have a look.
You what?
Get your tits up, lads.
You first, Rob.
No, mate.
Yeah,
I'm not there yet.
Yeah.
I'm not. It's very early days for me in my development.
Yeah, it's all leg day for you, isn't it?
I'm going to get down to 15 and a half, and then we can start making progress from there.
Okay.
Hello and welcome to CineMortuary, our fortnightly look at horror sequels, remakes, and anything in between that qualifies with our rules.
Which is not an adaptation of TV.
Which is not an adaptation of TV
Rob.
or comics or...
I mean, we have done that with it, though, haven't we? But anyway.
Oh,
So, there we go.
Okay.
I'm Chris, and join me as always, it's Dave.
Hi.
And you, Rob.
Hello, Chris.
Yep.
Chris.
And today we're talking about Halloween 3, Season of a Witch. Yep.
Oh, yeah.
Seasonal, just in time for Christmas.
Well, it's probably just in time for February.
Just in time for Valentine's Day. See?
Valentine's Day. Could be.
Yeah. Perfect timing.
Nothing says romance like, worms coming out of a mask.
And also at the end of the episode, we're going to have a special musical guest.
We're fucking not, mate.
We're fucking absolutely not.
Actually, there's an off switch on the back of that fucker on his desk.
Is there?
Yeah, if you have to, just use it.
I'll just hit him with a book.
He looks like he could hit your back pretty hard.
Yeah, that's fine. I'm going to take the risk on it. So why did you pick Halloween 3, Willie?
Yeah, why, Willie?
For the sheer hell of it. I've not actually seen this one before, believe it or not.
Oh, shit, really?
Yeah, I've seen the other Halloween films around it.
Yep.
Possibly not the fourth one. I can't remember.
That's fine.
Yeah, I mean, that's fine.
And the fourth one there.
Yeah.
Oh, what the fucking...
Yeah.
Another day.
So I thought it was time to dip back into a Halloween franchise, and by
it
dip
is.
back I mean actually address the proper franchise instead of that Rob Zombie one.
Yeah.
Sort of all the way back from episode 3.
Now available on iTunes and SoundCloud.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
It's been available for a long time now.
It has, but it's still there.
Yeah, it is.
Still there, still for sale.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Patreon donations.
Yeah, clips for sale.
Yeah. Come on, mate.
Thought that'd get your goat.
And I thought it'd be quite interesting to look at this one with all the controversy about it, shall we say?
Yes, from the nerds. The nerds that killed the franchise from being quite interesting.
It's not a proper Star Wars film. Luke Skywalker wouldn't do that.
Yeah, them fuckers.
Yeah, them fuckers.
Michael Myers isn't in it. That means I don't want to contribute enough of my attention span to actually watch this. Well, probably unilaterally by this room considered to be maybe quite a good horror film. I don't know. We'll
I
find
think
out.
it's all right. Yeah. It's got basically everyone else from Halloween. It's even got Jamie Lee Curtis on the other end of the phone.
Yes, mate. Yes. She phoned it in.
Fuck off. No, you're not getting that.
That's tight. Come on, we haven't had a hoe in ages. Oh.
You've reference gave a how.
So yeah, you picked it because it's basically a controversial opinion Willie sort of thing.
Yes, it is. Yeah.
Yeah. Even though we all believe it's part of the Halloween franchise.
Yeah.
And that's okay.
I think it's part of the franchise as intended.
Yeah.
I think
Yeah.
it was supposed to be this anthology series from the third film onwards.
Yeah. You're a carpenter buff, Rob.
Yes.
So I've heard many different trivia items on this.
Yep.
Did he actually want to do Halloween 2? Or was it rushed into development because it made so much money the first time round? Did he always want to do an anthology, or was it just the third one?
He didn't. Well, there was no saying no to Halloween 2 in the sense of it was going to happen either way.
Yeah.
So he was contractually obliged to be involved. He wrote it.
Yeah.
Famously, he came up with the idea of Michael Bin Laurie's brother after he'd had a 6-pack of Budweiser while he was writing because he couldn't get his fucking head around it.
Yeah.
Budweiser.
And Halloween 3, I believe he was more of a sort of producerial capacity. I think he was involved in the soundtrack as well.
He was on scoring duties, yeah.
He was very, very keen on the anthology idea.
Yes.
Now, what I did in prep for this, because I like doing a bit of preparation.
I do like a bit of prep. You've watched the trailer, I guess.
I watched the trailer, yeah.
Ooh.
The trailer's, fairly nondescript, fairly standard. I watched the film.
Yeah,
that was part of it. Yeah. My favourite part of my research for Halloween 3 was I read a bunch of the reviews and feedback for this film on IMDb.
Oh, no, you didn't.
And it makes
into that fucking pit of
fucking
vipers.
fabulous reading. Where's Michael Myers in it?
All these fucking Daily Mail readers taking on to IMDb,
Yeah. Well, and what I discovered was there was, because they're all randomly assorted, but they're not like in date order or anything like that. They're just random.
Yeah.
And one of the ones I read was from 2006, and it said, this film does not even deserve the 3.5 IMDb score that it has. I was like, does it have a 3.5 IMDb score? Looked at it. It's now got a 4.7 IMDb score, so it's gone up by that amount since 2006. Yeah, it's very low still on IMDb, very, very low. But because it was, it's only become more like people are kind of starting to critically grow on it a little bit in the last sort of 5 years or so. So,
well, when IMDb forums were still a fucking thing.
Yes.
Before as they described it, it was a toxic pit of snakes and got rid of it.
Yep.
Because everyone just fucking hated everything.
Yeah.
There was a thread on the Jurassic Park page, which was, I can't believe this has only got a 5.7 out of 10. And it was an old thread from like 2002.
Yeah.
And obviously at that point, my generation had discovered the internet and we decided to vote on it.
Yeah.
And it had gone up to a high 7. But the fact that somehow the older ratings were shitter.
Yeah.
Jurassic Park, 5.7?
Yeah, and that dross is still dragging films down, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, Halloween 3 would probably be in the 6th region if it wasn't for that initial
Yeah.
low
Which
bar.
is weird because you get the reverse of it now. It's like, oh wow, new Avengers film.
Yeah.
9.8.
Yeah.
Like,
It's
fucking
better
hell.
than fucking Shawshank. Well, is it? Let's just wait 3 days. No, 7.1.
Well, yeah, the new Halloween has very much had that situation.
Yeah,
so when it
yeah.
first came out, it was 0.1 higher than the fucking original.
Oh, no.
I was like, right, lads, it was quite enjoyable, but deeply flawed in parts.
Let's all just settle
Let's
down.
calm down. And now it's
Yeah.
settled down to like 6.9.
Okay, yeah.
So it's dropped like a whole percentage point, basically.
6.9 is still happy days, though. I'll actually,
Yeah.
I'll generally watch a 3.5, as we shall find out in one of my next picks to come.
Yes.
And
Great.
still have a good
Oh
time.
boy.
Well, at least this might get me off the hook a bit for The Exorcist if you're going to go terrible.
You'll never. That'll never happen.
You don't know what my next pick is yet, so never say never.
No.
Never.
My next pick's The Thing by John Carpenter. Mic drop.
Oh, swerve.
It's not.
Just gonna throw it out there randomly. Episode 43.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. I'm doing heavy wrestling reference coming up. I'm doing what WCW did by giving away Hogan and Goldberg on free TV rather than pay-per-view. Thank you.
Well, that's a wrestling
This is
reference,
part of
isn't
it. As Jim Duggan has just eased his way due to my busy schedule out of the podcast,
Yeah.
because I don't want to edit that sound anymore.
Yeah.
We just added infinitely more wrestling references.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Basically, I'm just going to keep doing it until you put Jim Duggan back in. It's a dirty process.
I mean, I'm going to make it like a little Android app where you can just
should.
go,
you
just
should.
tap it.
Be good.
Yeah. It'll be good.
We could each have one like clickers. It's our mics.
That's just going to get out of hand, that, isn't
Yeah,
it?
it's fair. You're right.
Yes,
you
damn
wouldn't
right.
trust me with a clicker.
That's 3 kids on cocaine with super soakers, mate. That's it's a bad day for someone's
Yeah, it
dad
is,
right
yeah.
there.
It is. Go on then, Willie.
Shall we crack on with a film?
Let's crack on.
Season of a Witch,
Yeah.
with no witch in it.
No.
Why is it called Season of a Witch?
Well,
Halloween, isn't it?
witchcraft is alluded to right at the end.
Yeah, pretty tenuous, so.
Tenuous, but yeah, no, you're right. It is.
Yeah.
The fucking old man from RoboCop stole a bit of Stonehenge. This film is a comedy, right?
Yes, mate.
Yeah.
Old man from RoboCop. Don't you mean
The old man.
Thingamajiggy Packard from Twin Peaks? What's his name?
Oh, yes. Yeah.
Yeah. There you go. I've got it written down later on somewhere. Hang on, I'll tell you.
I've forgotten his name. I should
Andrew
remember.
Packard from Twin Peaks.
Bang, yeah, there we go.
You
Yes.
found Packard Bell.
Hey.
That's not a joke, that's it.
Josie, was he Josie Packard's old husband?
That's right, yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Yeah, and... Oh, no, that goes into spoilers.
Let's not get into Twin Peaks or we'll never come out.
I'm not giving... Even after all these years, I cannot give Twin Peaks spoilers. I just want
Come
people
back,
to watch
Billy.
it.
Come back.
Yeah.
The only spoiler that I'm willing to give about Twin Peaks is everyone in the world should watch Twin Peaks.
Absolutely.
Have you finished it yet?
No.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
If he pisses us off, we can like tell him who killed Laura Palmer.
Oh, yeah, that'd really piss him
Who
off.
did kill Laura Palmer?
I'm not. No,
Oh, the temptation in the mind.
no, I just can't.
Halloween 3.
Yep, right. So there's a guy and he's running away from a car.
Whoa. You can't ignore that credit sequence.
It's quite a nice credit
It's a
sequence.
fabulous
to be fair.
credit sequence.
Beautiful. Took me
Yeah.
ages to realise the music synced up to the little computer graphics.
Yes, mate. And the music and the score to this film is fabulous.
It's Christine, but it is fabulous.
It's fucking brilliant. I would say it's probably my favourite credit sequence of the Halloween sequels.
Yep, fair.
You know, this is gold medal. Halloween 4 is silver medal. Halloween H2O is bronze.
Yeah, fair enough, yeah.
For those credit sequence fans. Sorry, Willie. I'm really sorry, but I have to talk
No,
about
but
credit
it's
sequence.
fair enough. I don't. Just on my notes, TV Pumpkin. I wasn't sure.
TV Pumpkin.
TV Pumpkin.
Accurate. I wish I'd have just said that now.
TV Pumpkin. Next.
Bye.
Old man running.
Old man running away from a car.
Old man running.
into a junkyard, and then
Being chased by Michael Myers.
no.
Wait, is Michael Myers wearing a suit? Wait. Oh, no.
Oh my god, no fucking way.
I want my money back. That's it. I'm giving up on this film now.
Yeah. Michael Myers would not wear leather gloves, damn it.
No, he would
No,
not.
I wouldn't, no.
No. So, yeah, so the man starts being choked to death, and they're quite like, because in junkyard he like pulls a chain that dislodges a car, and just squishes the mysterious suited man.
He just kind of flops
Yeah,
in a weird way.
It's not great.
It's a nice
Yeah, but
crunch to it.
he's a Westworld robot, isn't he?
Yeah. Well,
Spoiler.
spoilers. Oh, sorry, mate.
Jinx.
Jinx Padlock 2018, mate.
Still going to hit me.
Shh. You can't talk. You jinxed. Right, I'm unlocking your padlock card.
Why couldn't you jinx him for the House of Wax episode? Because then that would work.
Well, maybe it'll happen.
Maybe it'll happen.
Who knows? Things to do, isn't there? We'll see.
Jinx.
Spoiler. And 1 hour later, Stonehenge disappears.
Now, the thing I love about this is it basically explain
Sorry.
the whole. Don't worry, the whole.
Squeaky.
Basically, there's this little scene where he's watching telly.
Yeah.
He flicks from. There's the news part about Stonehenge, and then he changes the channel, and the Silver Shamrock advert comes on. It basically sets up the plot of the film in 30 seconds. It's quite impressive work.
Yeah. There we go. Nine more days to Halloween, Halloween, Halloween. 9 more days to Halloween. Silver Shamrock.
Burrows into your brain, doesn't it? But it also establishes exactly what date it is on every day without having to put a title sequence or anything.
Which is also good. Yeah,
This film's directed by a chap called Tommy Lee Wallace. Mm-hmm. Tommy Lee Wallace is notable. Oh, I was going to tell you.
Has he been in the Halloween franchise before, though?
He was the production designer on the original Halloween.
Was he also Michael Myers, very briefly?
Very briefly, yes, he was.
Okay.
Yeah, very briefly. But he was also... He also directed a film that may come up one day on this podcast. Cause
spoilers.
It has piqued my interest before.
Okay.
It's Vampires Los Muertos, starring John Bon Jovi.
Ooh, steady on.
One day you'll get it.
Directed by Bon Jovi, did you say?
No, directed by Tommy Lee Wallace, same chap who directed this.
Fucking hell.
And most notably, his most notable directorial work is It, the original It.
Oh, yeah, fair play. I remember that now. Yeah, cool.
So that's him.
Yeah, good.
Fine. Yeah, for man who was chucked, he goes up to a petrol station, scares the attendant, and says they're coming. Oh, and the guy in the suit just got squashed. Is still alive, by the way.
Yep.
Yeah.
Like Michael Myers.
Yep.
But no.
All right, fucking hell.
He might appear.
Angry fans.
Could do.
Could do. Yeah, he could do, but, whatever. I mean, it's not a Halloween movie without Michael Myers, is it? Get over it. It was fucking 35 years ago.
I can't. I'd rather watch Resurrection.
I watched that recently. You wouldn't.
Yeah, boy.
Trick or treat, motherfucker. One day.
No.
So, then we're introduced to our main character, Doctor, who didn't catch his name.
Doctor putting it around.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's called Tom, isn't he?
Dr. Tom.
No, he's not. It's Tommy Atkins.
Yeah.
He's Doctor something.
Dr. Stash.
Dr. Tash.
Dr. Tash.
Yeah.
He sees his ex-wife and has got gifts for his kids, some crappy masks. They're no silver shamrock masks, are they?
Right.
No.
Fucking, let's talk about these kids and these shit masks.
Ungrateful little bastards.
Right.
Just a bit.
Yeah. I'm going to talk more about how shit the masks are later on in general.
What, the silver shamrock masks?
Yeah.
They're fucking sweet, mate.
Can we just address the fact that Atari and Nintendo was out at this point? And these little kids are just frigging themselves silly, like they've just pounded a bunch of Panda Pops about these fucking masks.
Mate, I didn't get a games console till I was like 10.
Like, how much were video games back then? Like $20, $30.
Beside the point, it's Halloween masks.
Like Halloween masks be
Right.
like $5, $6.
The story takes place over 9 days. Are you telling me an American 10-year-old kid is going to have his attention held by a fucking rubber mask for 9 days?
It was different in the 80s.
That's interesting.
Not that different. I mean,
Yeah,
Atari was out, mate.
There wasn't tablets and Angry Birds.
No,
and,
the Atari Family
and
Pack was out,
Fortnite
mate, and it was a banger.
and dabbing.
You weren't fucking there.
I've played Combat. It's brilliant. Invisible Combat with the little toggles.
Sounds shit, mate.
You don't know you're born, Rob.
No, you're right.
Yeah, the kids had to do something before flossing or the one with the loser thing where they do the jig.
You've Googled pop culture again, haven't you?
What's cool?
Yeah.
Who is this PewDiePie?
The other day I learned what a Post Malone is.
What the fuck's Post Malone? Is that a verb? Is that a verb now?
I think so,
Has it progressed
maybe.
to- What's a Post Malone unless it involves killing a rapper?
No, I think it is a rapper.
Right.
But he's not dead yet, unless he is dead. I only hear about rappers now when they've died.
Yeah. Or they've been banged up for child porn or something.
Yeah.
Oh, Jesus.
It's one of them weird ones with the tattoos on their face.
Yeah,
What the fuck
yeah.
are they?
Don't know. They look
And they've got
weird.
really weird names with numbers in their names.
Yeah.
They look like fucking AOL usernames.
They do, don't they?
Nice. Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
Halloween 3, Willie.
Dabbing. Dab.
Watch the fucking Office Space.
Flossing, chill out, mate. Come on.
Halloween 3. I tell you who else is annoying in Halloween 3 other than the kids.
Go on then.
Nancy Loomis, off of Halloween.
Yeah.
She's fucking unbearable.
Yeah.
She's just giving him grief all the time for
She's
no
always
reason.
unbearable.
Yeah, this is the only scene she's in, and then she's in a couple of other scenes where she's on the phone to him.
Yeah.
And she's just like nagging his head off.
Well, this is because Dr. Tash keeps spending all his money on beer instead of £30 video games, apparently.
He does drink a lot.
Smashing young lasses as well.
Yeah.
Yes,
which
very
is a
young.
bit awkward.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Slightly. I mean, it's his ex, he's allowed to do what he wants now.
I suppose so. He has got kids, though, hasn't he? But she is being a dick.
Yeah.
Sweetheart, get the kids out of the house is on fire. Why are you being a dick? You're drunk. Well, the house is on fire, though.
Yeah.
Contrived.
Yeah, it is contrived. Yeah.
So, listeners.
That awkward
Alright.
murmur came through so loud on here, Wilson.
As soon as he gives the kids their masks and their ungrateful little shits about it, he's called back out to the hospital, where we're back to the original guy who was almost killed by a glove guy, and he's murmuring something about, well, doom, basically. They're going to kill us. They're going to kill us all. And wouldn't you know it, the glove guy comes back and kills him shortly thereafter.
Yeah.
With quite a neat kill, actually. Basically, removes the base of his skull from itself.
Yeah,
And pulls it through to the front.
Yeah.
It's pretty intense.
Yeah.
I've
Like
met-
a literal facelift.
Yeah. He looks like Alec Baldwin in The Shadow, if you've ever seen that. That's what Alec Baldwin looks like when he transforms into The Shadow. He looks like this dude who's just had his face pulled forward.
I have a spicy take on the weird guys in suits.
Okay.
I think, are you ready for this? I think this might be where one of the places where the Wachowski brothers took influence for Agent Smith.
Yeah.
Wouldn't surprise me.
Yeah.
There's a lot of Agent Smith in these guys.
Yeah, there is. Yeah. Plus the fact that they all kind of look the same.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which we'll get to later.
Yeah, probably, yeah.
When we go fucking full Village of the Damned.
Is that a hint to your next pick?
No. I'm going to keep you guessing, Dave. Told you. It's
Any ward.
Any road. On you go, cock.
After the glove man kills the old guy, he then gets into his car, pours petrol on himself, and sets himself on fire.
As
and
you
then,
do.
Yeah, like you do, and the car explodes as well.
Yeah.
Which is pretty neat. And obviously, Dr. Tash sees all of this.
Yeah.
And is like, the fuck?
All right.
Creepy shit, that though, isn't it?
Yeah.
It is, yeah.
Just douses himself, lad.
Yeah. Although Dr. Tash should probably celebrate, like, yes, an excuse to drink.
Excellent.
Less paperwork.
Yeah.
And I mean, I have briefly mentioned it, but I just want to bring it up again, and especially get your take, Dave. This soundtrack, mate,
Yeah.
is fantastic. And
Yes.
it is, like, there's a bit of a synthwave movement going on at the minute. Has been for a few years. This is, like, pure wanking material to those guys, would have thought.
It is, yeah, but at the same time, it's also just a masterclass in how to... Excuse you, microphone. In how to take your time with a score.
Yeah.
Just like, you've had a bit of fun for the intro credits, but the rest of it is just kind of like really pensive.
Yeah.
Just really taking its time. And then for the big moments, it actually matters,
Yeah.
which is what you want.
Yeah.
It's also probably one of his nicest sounding scores.
Yeah.
In terms of how it's mixed, how it's presented. There's just something really crisp about it. It feels like it was done yesterday.
Yeah. I need to get hold of it on vinyl. I don't currently own it.
I thought you did.
No.
Motherfucker.
No.
Well, you saw it at the record shop the other week.
Oh,
It was
see,
like
every time he
21,
takes a
22
picture
quid.
in Earworm, I assume he's buying it.
Yeah.
So I don't go in and get it.
No, it's still there.
Oh, yeah, fuck
Go
it.
get it now.
Still there.
Well, probably not now.
Yeah.
They snapped up that on it.
To be fair, if I watched Halloween 3 a couple of weeks sooner, I'd have bought it.
Yeah.
It's a pretty lovely soundtrack.
You do
Yeah,
need to
it is.
practice your Manchester accent if you want to blend in there, though.
Yeah.
You need to use the word mate more.
Yeah, a lot more.
I only use the word mate when I'm being aggressive and yelling at someone.
Countdown, mate. When does that happen?
I don't think I've ever seen you yell at anyone.
Or use the word, mate.
A couple of times at work.
Really?
What, at work? Wilson, could you just send this email for me? Fuck off, mate. Whoa.
There'd be much more of a pause between fuck off and mate, though. It'd be like your sign-off from this podcast every week. Fuck off. Mates.
Mate!
Sounds like meat now.
I don't want to get shouted at by an angry Wilson. Would you like a legit angry Wilson?
No, I don't ever want to see him angry.
No.
No.
This happened.
Yeah.
But will it happen tonight?
Find out.
Stay tuned. The next day, the old man's daughter, Ellie, turns up. You know, examines the body, confirms that it's...
8 more days to Halloween, Halloween.
Is this the point where it's an advert for Halloween going to be on? That's going to be on the TV on Halloween night, and it's sponsored by Silver Shamrock.
Oh, can I do that on my voiceover mic?
Yeah.
Sponsored by Silver Shamrock. I'll play that back for you later. I'll put in a little marker so we can fucking find that.
Yeah, good.
You can hear how good this mic
Look
is.
forward to that. It's brilliantly fucking annoying, though, isn't it?
I know.
Yeah.
It's been in my head ever since.
Isn't it like the production coordinator's voice or something like that? He did a temp track of it.
Oh, really?
And they were like, "No, fuck it, pitch it up. That's amazing." Do that. Oh no, don't, because I sound like a dick. No, fuck off.
Fuck you. Sign this paper. Thank you.
It's staying in.
Not performing monkey.
Go on, do you, Clyde Willie? Are you right?
That's not good on an audio medium, is it? Just two blokes went. Anything could be happening. It's not though, guys. Put your clothes back on. Come on.
Zip.
Halloween 3.
Halloween 3.
Next day.
Well, you skipped several days, but there wasn't much going on anyway. So straight to Friday the 29th. And Ellie shows up at the bar where Dr. Tash is drinking. Surprise, surprise.
Whoa.
And they decide, road trip. Because they want to investigate her father's whereabouts from the days leading up to his death.
Absolutely.
And they suspect that there was some dodgy activity going on in Santa Mira along the way.
Yep.
Which is named after the town from Body Snatchers, isn't it?
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it goes very Body Snatchers, doesn't it, as well?
Yes.
Yeah, so they go on a little road trip the next day, don't they?
Yeah.
I've got a little bit of nerddom here for you, if you'd like it.
Fucking go on then.
Yeah.
So there's a little scene the next morning where Tommy Atkins is on the phone to his annoyed ex, telling her that he's going on a road trip, and she's like, "Fuck off, why?" And he's got a 6-pack of beer in his hand, and then he skips over the road, gets in the car and drives off. That road is the same road that is featured in Halloween 2 when Michael Myers is walking to the hospital.
Oh.
Nerd.
Notice that without even looking it up. That's how much of a nerd I am.
Reliable. You're a former location scout, mate. You should know.
This, mate.
Yeah.
Exactly. I have dabbled.
Dabbed?
We just both dabbed for the listeners there.
Yeah.
Yeah. So then we was.
I would floss, but I'll probably destroy her radiator next to me.
And the cabinet and everything else.
Yeah.
Just an uncontrollable floss outrage.
Yeah.
Just everything getting smashed. I can't stop.
Yeah, you'd you'd hit me, I'd fall into the Christmas tree.
All over.
Christmas tree would go down.
Yeah. Bear in mind, there's like 6 Godzillas in that Christmas tree.
Yeah,
We have to stick one on Instagram. That's
You
pretty
don't want them
impressive.
on the loose, do you?
No, not at all. No, one was bad enough.
Yeah.
But Dave, why have you got your Christmas tree stuff in February, kayfabe?
Yeah. So they what? Sorry, go on.
No, so we go to Santa Mira, which is home of the Silver Shamrock.
Yep.
And everyone is quite starey and suspicious.
Yeah.
And somewhat Irish.
It's a bit Bates Motel in it, but there's a town bolted onto it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's kind of like Carpenter kind of revisits this in his own career a couple of times. This idea of this weird kind of like Twin Peaks style village.
In the arse end of nowhere.
In the arse end of nowhere,
Yeah.
He does it in Village of the Damned, obviously, that he remakes. And he does it as well in his underrated 1995 classic In the Mouth of Madness, which me and Ginger Dave recently watched for the first time.
Well, Rob watched it.
I watched it. I paid for it. Rented it from Amazon. Dave was like, "Oh, mate, you've paid for it. I'm not going to fall asleep during this." 2 minutes later, he was passed out.
Have I seen that?
It's fantastic. You should watch it.
It's really good, mate. The bits
Sam
that I
Neill.
saw,
Yes,
yeah.
I have.
Yeah,
It is actually really good.
It's one of his most underrated films, and there's a basically a town in that narrative called Hobbs End, and that's very similar to this as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, I missed that bit.
Yeah, you missed.
Have you ever
a
laid down on
masterpiece.
his sofa when he's got the heating on?
It's really comfy, isn't it?
It's fucking ridiculous.
With the footstools and everything.
Yeah. I just had to lay down. I was like, oh, go on then. I'll get a blanket on me, get a blanket on me. Fucking cat staring at me. Heating comes on. I can hear the boiler right. I'm like, oh, no, this is all right. Oh, fuck. Oh, I'm gone. We just had pub lunch as well. The fuck do you expect from an 18-stone ginger man?
Well, you didn't think you were 18 stone then, though.
No, I think I felt it. I was after that meal.
Since the day of use it settee and footstool, everything in my house just feels so uncomfortable now.
Yeah.
So worn out.
Oh, guys, thank you.
Picks me up from the docks with it in his little Mercedes.
Yeah.
Branged it.
Yeah,
And he
fixed
takes
it
me
now.
back. He's like, there's me cat. There's me garage. Give me the tour. The tour was adorable. And sets me down with a blanket and a fucking cup of tea.
Yeah.
No, rum.
Yeah, rum, honey rum. Yeah.
What'd you expect?
Oh, I was putting the red carpet out.
Mouth of madness.
How
yeah.
did I describe the second bedroom to you, Dave?
Wilson's Shag Palace.
Correct. Well, no, we can't go in now without Wilson's permission. I'm sorry.
Okay, not unless I'm invited.
And after you woke up, did you get the posh coffee?
No.
Did I get an instant coffee?
It was
Is that
midweek, so it was only instant.
Okay.
You have to come on
I
the
do
weekend
like
for
it.
posh
Yeah,
coffee.
you go over snooze on a Sunday. You get posh coffee.
It was posh instant coffee. It was Lavazza instant coffee.
Oh, fair play then, yeah. To be
yeah.
fair, I prefer instant sometimes. If people can't make posh coffee.
Well, I mean, Wilson will attest I can.
All right, okay. Then, yeah.
Yes, he can.
As long as he's happy, Halloween.
The only
free.
reason why he comes over, this podcast is one big facade. Really,
Yeah. Halloween 3.
Halloween 3. So we go to the hotel and Dr. Tash gives the hotel manager the rums rush. Ellie distracts him so he can go look at the register and confirms that, yes, her dad was there.
Yep.
Signed Dad. D-A-D.
Yeah,
Dad. Dead dad.
Ooh.
Scrawled in crayon. Or maybe blood.
Yeah, maybe blood.
And oh, look, as he's coming back, there's Mr. Cochran driving past suspiciously in a car.
Yep.
Yeah.
As
Very
pointed
similar
out.
to that bit in Halloween 1 where Michael Myers drives past the girls in that street.
Maybe it is Michael Myers.
Ooh, maybe it's the Duke of New York. I got a Duke of New York vibe from this.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Just missing the chandeliers on the front of the
Oh,
car.
yeah, that'd been fucking sick crossover, wouldn't it?
Well, also at the same time, everyone seems to pull up in their vehicles to sign in.
Very contrived, isn't it,
It is.
Wilson?
Quite
Ooh, it is
contrived.
quite contrived.
Sorry, I said it on the good mic. Contrived. There you go.
Sorry, listeners. Doesn't sound as good in this.
Buddy and his fucking annoying family.
Sliders.
That
So-
family is so annoying.
Yeah,
Fucking hell.
Daddy! Watch your driving, honey. You could have killed that man.
I didn't hurt it. Hey, sorry about that. Glad it didn't hit you. Had a great big thank you for taking it up. You all right?
No problem.
Hey, buddy cup for San Diego. This is my wife, Betty.
Pleased to meet you.
And right there's little buddy.
Is it busted?
Oh,
Don't you dare go in the street! Do you hear me?
I gotta go.
I'll be checking you in now, sir.
I filled out the register. I left $40 under the blotter. That about cover it?
Oh, heavens, yes, thank you, sir. Have a pleasant stay. Mr. Cupper, I presume. Your rooms are waiting.
Damn factory. Got their orders all screwed up and have to stay in this dump again.
the Cufflers, are they called, from San Diego.
I just know he's called Buddy.
Yeah, he's called Buddy.
Yeah.
And
What, the kid?
No, the father.
Yeah,
I called him
it's the
Samwise.
He's a dick.
And you also got the really angry woman who's really mad that she has to come back because of screwed up her orders, and she's got to stay in this crappy town yet again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Again, people overhyping about these fucking masks.
Yeah, grumble,
Yeah.
grumble, grumble, grumble. They can't let these fucking masks go, though, can they? They're still doing it to this day. This is one of my criticisms of the new Halloween film.
Yeah.
Is it's a film that ignores all the previous films apart from the first one. That's the gimmick, right? That's
Yeah,
what
yeah.
we're sold. But they steal a load of shit from Halloween 2 and 4, and also the fucking Silver Shamrock masks are in it.
Yeah, for banter points.
Yeah, Fucking banter points. Don't put banter points out for something that you're deliberately trying to ignore. You know what I mean? That's not banter, is it?
I thought it was quite banter.
Anyway, Dr. Tash and Ellie have a bit of a rummage.
Hey.
Doesn't take them long at all, does it?
Put in my notes for this bit. Wilson will enjoy this section.
Rummage.
Rummage. At this point, I am just starting season 3 of Lost.
Oh, why are you doing that for?
Just because I want to blitz through it all. It's good background material while I'm painting. Right?
That was good. Up yours.
And then, there we go.
Fucking shit.
Right?
Yes,
and
you are.
there's a Jack episode, right? You have to sit through the Jack episodes,
do, yeah,
unfortunately.
in all fairness,
and it's basically the same setup where someone's in an hospital, he's a doctor, and he ends up banging the daughter. And then I went back to Lost immediately after this, and it was the episode after that one, and I was deeply confused because I just kept thinking about Halloween masks and shit. I was like, oh no, but the Halloween, oh no, it's a
different thing.
That's well different. I genuinely got confused at one point, trying to explain the plot of Halloween 3 to Roy today, and I'm like,
it's not Lost.
it's not Lost.
Maybe that's what the Rhiannon was all along. The silver shamrock mask.
Or Silver Shamrock Factory.
Oh, we'll explain the black smoke monster.
It would.
Yeah, that's
we
like
should stop
something.
because we will keep going.
Okay.
And he's not interested.
Halloween 3.
So, there's a curfew
There is, indeed.
that Tommy Atkins doesn't give a fuck about because he wants a bottle of liquor.
Yeah.
So he goes to the liquor store, bumps into a hobo who he starts sharing his liquor with, and basically the hobo starts slagging off Cochrane and his company.
He's all piss and vinegar about it, isn't he?
And he wants to burn the whole place down, apparently.
Yeah. Which leads to him in the very next scene after Tommy Atkins fucks off, getting accosted by the old suit men and kill of the week.
It's a very good kill, yeah. Just fucking twists his head off.
Fucking pulls his head off.
Blood everywhere.
Straight up. It's probably
So fucking unnecessary. I loved it.
It's one of my favourite kills that we've done on this podcast so far. It's right up there. It's primo.
Yeah.
It's cracking.
You could just choke him out, but no, you got to make sure, aren't you?
Yeah, and then you've got to get that gore shot of all like the entrails from the head. Fucking ruthless.
Yeah. While this is happening, the Dr. Tash's assistant back at the hospital is like carrying out an investigation on the initial guy set himself on fire.
Yeah.
Don't know why you need to really look into that much.
I think I think she's literally fucking in this film, so we can have a Michael Myers style kill at the end. Spoilers,
Probably yes,
just to keep the fucking dweebs happy.
because we have we get teased this like sort of red herring like, I've accidentally been doing the autopsy on the car.
I've accidentally been doing the autopsy.
Which I'm not sure how we can even achieve that, in all fairness, but she implies the second time we go back to her that someone's tampering with her samples.
Yeah.
But we never really establish what did Cochrane like order one of his guys to go and do it, or what?
There feels like there should be an actual subplot with her.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a bit contrived.
Yeah, it is. When she's running around.
Yeah,
And
Dr. Tash, I've just been waiting on the other end of this phone for the next plot point, to be honest. It's still not a lot. There's a clockwork thing here.
could do with a sandwich at some point. I've been sat here for 3 days straight.
How's your wife doing?
The next scene, this is one of my favourite bits as well. So we go next door in the motel to the angry woman who's fiddling about with a silver shamrock mask, and suddenly she fires my laser.
Fucking does.
I would say it's the second best fires my laser moment in this film.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Fucking nasty.
Yeah.
Oh, afterwards as well, with the unnecessary spider on top of it as well, crawling around.
Yeah, and she's twitching like she's actually still alive.
Yeah.
Oh,
Gore shot.
So gruesome.
Yeah. This film is fucking gruesome, though. It is gruesome.
Which, it must be said at this point, it's still like trying to find his feet in what the film is about, but I'm not sure how anyone who likes horror cannot enjoy it at this point. Surely we can look past the whole Michael Myers thing and think, well, hang on a minute, this is a bit batshit.
Well, if it had
isn't
a different name,
Yeah.
it would be fine.
This is
I think
something that's been said a lot, isn't it? The thing about it shouldn't have been called Halloween 3.
Yeah,
probably not.
And you're right in the sense that, now we should be looking past it, but you've got to put it in the context of the time. You know, we're talking about 1982 when slasher films are massive. Everything's Michael Myers, Jason. You know, Freddy hadn't come along yet, but you know, it was. I guess this is the equivalent of like you doing Saw 3 about, you know, like a tight little suspenseful stalker horror. Do you know what I mean? It's complete opposite ends of the spectrum, and fans of the genre were so trained to expect a certain thing that I think that's what's kind of shot it in the foot. But I think you're absolutely right in the sense that you should be seeing past it by now, because it's a really fucking well put together film.
Yeah. I mean, at the time, if you'd paid money for it, because obviously you haven't got the internet to tell you, just like, go away, it's the devil. There was no plot. It's just Luke Skywalker running away. Because you didn't have that back then.
Yeah.
So if you'd paid your 50 cents or whatever to go and see it, then you might be slightly peeved. But at the same time, it's all right.
Yeah.
It's better than most of the other shit that was flying around.
Yeah, for sure. For sure. I mean, 1982 will have been the same year that we got Friday the 13th in the Third Dimension, which was is special in its own way, and we will get to that one day.
I am sure.
It's fucking fabulous. But yeah, I mean, that's the kind of like dross level that you were dealing with.
Yeah.
Now, is it the first proper meeting of Cochrane next?
It is, yes, for the guided tour.
Yeah.
So, first of all, we've got Dr. Tash and Ellie following up her dad's order, and they claim it was picked up. But then in comes the Cuffler family for their tour, and like Buddy's like, hey, why didn't you come along? And they go, well, yeah, go on then, let's dig deeper.
We're mates, aren't we? Yeah. Of course,
So this is Buddy Kupfer and his lovely family. My friends, Mr. Kupfer sold more silver shamrock masks this year by far than anyone else in the country. And as for my other friends, Mr. and Mrs.
Smith.
Smith, of course. Look, my apologies for that little bit of a disturbance last night, but I want you both to know that Mrs. Gutman is going to be fine. She's been flown to a hospital in San Francisco.
Thank you.
And about the confusion over your order, I just tell you one thing. A replacement order is being prepared for you absolutely free. The whole thing's on me.
Is he incredible or what?
Now, how would you like a guided tour?
Oh, thank you, sir. Would it be all right if my friends come along?
Oh, yes, I was just about to ask them. If you'd like to,
We'd love to.
come on. Come on.
You see, I really like Dan O'Herlihy as Cochrane in this film. I think he's fucking great. He's just delightfully evil, but not like over the top. Although he's up
sickly
there, but
sweet in it at times. Yeah.
he's very much like a smarmy sort of salesman fucker that's basically got a very dark side to him.
Yeah. And along this tour, they talk about the final process. You know, that goes into masks because the Buddy's kid tries to like take one and like, no, this one's not ready yet.
Yeah.
He's going through the final process, which is some Willy Wonka secret ingredient shit, isn't it?
Yeah.
Stonehenge bullshit.
Yeah.
Do you want to hear some fun trivia?
Go on.
So when they were making this boy film,
Yep.
they didn't stop production in the factory, and because these were real Halloween masks, and the masks that you see on screen were actually being made at the time. Actually, just got sold with the rest of them. So some people would have actually just bought them off the shelves, and they are from this film.
That's wild, isn't it?
Nice. Can you imagine if you made that link? It would be worth a bit now. You'd have thought, but
If you had the right one, but how would you prove it?
it'd be very hard.
It'd be very difficult, Wilson. Very hard.
Very
Correct.
difficult. Dirty bastard.
Oh no, I didn't do.
Oh, that's wrong. That's not a very nice thing to do.
So after the tour, then they're walking out, and Ellie sees her dad's car in like one of her garages, and she like runs up to it, and like there's the men in suits,
The men in black.
to block her way.
It's kind of ominously wobbly.
And why have they got the car? It's due to trade secrets, isn't it?
Yeah, it's just trade secrets.
Yeah.
She's absolutely fucking blown her cover at this point now.
Yeah, well,
Oh.
Julie, she's not a great spy, is she?
Not really, no.
Mind you, I mean, Tommy Atkins blew the cover as soon as they walked in when it was like, and what's your name? And he was like, Mr. and Mrs. Smith? Of course.
Absolutely.
Yeah, of course it is.
Well done,
yeah.
Stash, you've blown it.
Yeah, you fucking douche.
Ooh.
So then they waz off again, don't they? And he call the forensic woman again and asks her to look into Cochrane?
Yep. Well, this is where she gets tagged out, isn't it?
I thought she got tagged out later.
No, it's right at the end.
Yeah,
Is it right at the end?
keep coming back to her.
Ah, fair enough.
So, like,
It's the
just-
fucking post-credit sequence, isn't
Yeah, just to check she's still there. You're
Yeah.
still there, love? Yeah, I'm still here. Been here for
sorry.
5 days now.
it? Right.
So I think the next bit is they intend to pack and leave right away,
Yes.
and but Dr. Tash decides he needs to use a phone first to inform the police, about
course he
the
does.
cars there.
Yeah.
So leaves Ellie on her own. So what do you think
Standard.
is going to happen? She don't get kidnapped.
Oh, the polar bear took her.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, what follows here is one of my favourite sequences of the film, where he's kind of like bezzing around the town trying to avoid these fucking suit guys that are looking for him. It's just really nicely shot, and
yeah.
like he sort of like starts walking a bit, and then he sees the car coming again. He has to like dive behind a lamppost or whatever,
yeah.
and it's just really nicely done over the course of a couple of scenes. It's nicely paced out.
It's really slow, really subtle, but it's really tense at the same time.
Yeah.
Proper good, that.
Yeah. But then they don't catch up with him in the end, don't they? And grab
Oh, they
him.
did get that boy.
Yeah, they got him. They grab him, and they take him off to the fucking factory.
Was there any need for the fucking in there?
Sorry,
That fucking factory.
they take him.
Sick of a tired of that fucking factory, honestly.
They take him back to the factory. I'm very
Fuck's
sorry.
sake.
I'm off to see me fucking nan this weekend.
Yeah.
I'm
No
very
need,
sorry. Very sorry.
Fucking
They
idiot.
go back to the factory anyway, and everyone's in the same place now, aren't they?
Yes.
Same
fucking are.
building,
Yep. Nice and contained. Like
contained.
With Doc then having a punch up with one of the quite unpunchable
Yes.
robots in suits, and he has to resort to ripping out his innards, which
Yeah.
I think is the first time actually established they're robots.
That's
Yeah,
correct. Yeah.
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 And then it's Invasion of the Body Snatchers all the way from this point on.
It is, yeah.
Tommy Atkins can throw a fucking nasty punch, though.
Yeah, he can't. He's swinging
Yeah.
for the fences, that lad.
Yeah.
There's
He's just
no
got
need for
that
the
big
fucking
he's-
there, by the way.
It's just a big 70s bastard look about him. He looks
Yeah.
like an angry dad that could fucking knock your head off.
Yeah, he does. There's
Yeah.
no need for that fucking there.
No.
Fuck's sake.
Fuck off, Willie.
Oh, guys, keep it together. Come on.
So Doc is, he's restrained and then is taken to Cochrane and down to a secret evil lair where he can explain it like a James Bond villain about what the hell's going on.
And he stole Stonehenge.
He did, yes.
Can we just take a minute to mull over the logistics, which even Cochrane himself does acknowledge by saying, "Oh, you should have heard how we got it over here." I mean,
that is banter points. That.
yeah, it is banter points.
Took
It is
some
banter
Stone
points.
Age bastards about 500 years just to get that thing put together. He's like, yeah, just do it overnight. It's
Yeah,
fine.
it's no problem.
Yoink.
Yeah, but can you imagine the logistics of stealing Stonehenge?
Absolutely. Well, it's one bit of it, isn't it? But like, still.
Yeah, it's World Heritage Site, mate.
Absolutely.
It's a disgrace. So now, is it? Oh, he gets he says that Dr. Tash needs a what's the word? Oh, God. He needs the process to be shown to him. He needs I forgot what the word is. A demonstration. That's it of what his plan is, and the Buddy family come into play again here, don't they, Willie?
Oh, yes, I do, yeah. They're basically led to their death to a windowless room.
Yep.
The kid puts on one of her masks and the TV starts playing.
He starts going fucking mental, doesn't he? Again with the masks.
Yeah.
That kid, right, back on it. That kid must surely be bored of these fucking masks by now.
It is. I've got
Yeah, but his dad sells millions of them every day.
Yeah, but
So, do you want to have a mask? Oh, Dad, no.
Maybe he's
I want you to
really
spend
cold.
time with me, Dad.
Maybe he's really proud of his dad's work.
Or maybe these masks are like a craze at the time, like Tamagotchis or like Pokemon or like
Yeah.
Power Rangers.
Yeah.
I mean, to be fair, it was almost time for a video game crash, so it wouldn't have been anything like that.
Come on now, we don't talk about a video game crash on this podcast.
No.
Say sorry.
You know, he was just
Say sorry.
He was just there playing E.T.
He can't do
then
it.
Suddenly, it all went
now
to
you've
shit.
mentioned E.T. Now you've mentioned E.T. Say you're sorry.
Sorry.
Thank you.
That documentary is great, though. It's on Netflix.
It's good.
Game over.
That poor bastard.
Yeah.
I just made it and I was taking loads of drugs and shagging prostitutes. And
That
now
bit-
I'm in trouble.
And it's like, it's fucking great because it's like, it's part like video game documentary and part time team episode.
Yeah, yeah.
Because they're like faffing about with all these detectives trying to find the pit that they're all in.
Interesting swerve, what it doesn't mention is that, because it's the Atari story basically.
Yeah, yeah.
And that they were going there with those dump trucks.
Yeah.
What it doesn't tell you is that, like, some of the contractors, that when they got there with the dump trucks, there's already people from Intellivision and ColecoVision already dumping their shit in.
No.
And they were like, that's our spot. We're all just dumping shit. We're all panicking. Just leave it and fuck off.
So anyway, Halloween 3.
Yeah, Halloween 3.
So this is horrible. This kill.
I like the idea that these adverts have been playing, for like weeks and weeks now. And
Yeah.
in the end, like the big event at 9 o'clock on
The
Halloween
giveaway.
night.
Yeah.
It's just a pumpkin on screen and a bit of flashing.
Yeah, yeah. And the kids are just like, yeah, more of that, yeah.
This is amazing.
This is fucking brilliant.
But the very concept of a child being tagged out in that way, and then they get all like the snakes and stuff coming out of its head, and then the snakes kill the parents. It's fucking wild.
It's pretty nasty, isn't it?
It is. It's
It's time for the big giveaway.
This is just the same old stuff.
Halloween has come. All you lucky kids with silver shamrock masks, gather round your TV set, put on your masks, and watch.
Honey, don't get too close. You'll ruin your eyes.
Jack-o'-lanterns. Gather round and watch. Watch the magic pumpkin. Watch.
I think this whole thing is a big joke. I mean, look at this.
I know. I wonder what sort of mind Cochrane has to think that, like a 3-step plan for killing everyone.
Yeah.
They couldn't just have somehow induce the parents to put mask on as well.
Get him on The Apprentice, mate.
Yeah. Got to get the kids to do the dirty work.
Yeah,
mate.
It's pretty nasty.
Yeah.
And has he told us his motivation at this point?
Not yet. No, I think that comes up.
You're right.
It's a bit
After
later
this.
on.
Yeah, it's towards. I think it's in a couple of scenes time, basically.
Right, yeah.
Because the next thing that happens is, I think we have that.
Wait.
Yeah. Go on.
No, just... So how does he know? So if I nick Stonehenge and get the particles from that...
Yes.
We're talking about particles now.
Yeah, but you get the particles, put it in masks, then I can use that to conjure up...
Oh,
bugs.
have they actually got bits of Stonehenge in them?
Yeah. He rubs a bit of the
right,
Stonehenge dust on the
right.
chips.
Yeah. How does he know this?
No, mate, because it's all to do with Samhain and Irish mythology and Celtic history. That's what he says at the end.
Americans fucking love that shit.
So there's a great irony later on, an Irishman being beaten by an absolute drunk.
Well, yeah, I suppose so, Wilson.
Yeah.
I suppose so.
Look out, Itchy, he's Irish.
All our Irish listeners are going to be furious.
You're going to fucking bleep yourself for all that, are you?
Yeah. That's racist.
That's racist.
Yeah,
brilliant.
Oh, great. More
Make
racism.
a fucking potato joke while you're there.
Oh, don't.
I would do, but we didn't have many of them in the 18th century.
Oh, God. Oh, God. Oh, dear. Anyway,
Don't fucking
I like
swig
to-
your water, you smug twat.
I'd like to apologise, I think it was the 19th century.
So next bit of Halloween 3, I think, is one of my favourite little bits of the film. It's a little montage of all the cities and all the kids with their masks on.
Yeah.
It's fucking great, this, because it adds a sense of scale, and they're really nicely shot.
Yeah.
Love it.
It's all so tasteful.
Oh, it's tastefully done.
It's all lovely.
No, it is. It is, yeah. It is. And then...
Is that your phone?
Yeah.
Baboo. Is it...
Let's see.
Yeah, go on, you fuck about your phone a minute. I just need to check I'm on silent. I'm not. Oof, risky.
I'm on silent. I don't want my mum ringing back.
Oh, no. Oh, again.
I've just got people asking me what time I'm going to be in Sheffield tomorrow, whatever.
Okay. Is everything all right?
Everything's fine.
Okay, good.
We're still off to that place, aren't we?
We're still to do, off to do that.
The cabin. It's like
Cabin.
it's like a new cafe, you know, opposite where Wix is in Sheffield.
Wix. All right, yeah.
Bottom of the mow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Huge waffles and pancakes.
Ooh, fucking hell.
And there's like a stuffed bear and a stuffed moose in it. And
Oh, shit, I'm sold.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so that's what we're going to check that out tomorrow while we're in Sheffield.
Oh, nice.
Should be good. Now, Halloween 3 is the next bit the tag out of the laboratory.
it
woman.
is, yes. Yeah.
Oh, is it done? Right,
Yeah.
okay,
Yeah.
So Michael Myers walks in.
Yeah.
And he's like, right, I've had enough of you
Yeah,
interfering with the film.
and he really drills his point on, doesn't he?
Well, you've got to put the sound clip in now.
He knows he's got to do it. Oh,
You're such a fucking tool.
thank you. Oh,
Gotcha, motherfucker.
oh wow, yeah.
Wow.
So yeah, she gets it.
You sure turn the screws there?
Oh.
So yeah, this is like the sort of Michael Myers-esque kill, isn't it?
It does literally feel like I've just bolted it in there.
It wrenches up the tension.
Yep.
You can't just go through the entire fucking toolbox just to hammer your point home, Willie.
I saw what you did there.
Just fucking file it down, all right, mate.
Yeah. So yeah,
Just
she's
keep it plain.
Puns are my vice.
yeah.
That's a tenon link there, mate, I'm afraid.
Oh, Jesus. So, next, Cochrane reveals his motivation. He has his Bond villain moment here, doesn't he, now?
Yeah,
So, he basically explains his motivation for killing America's children is to sacrifice them to the old Irish Gaelic gods for Samhain.
He hasn't even got an Irish accent.
No, but he's called Cochrane. His
So was the
company's
guy that
called...
invented-
Kill your children.
His company's called Silver Shamrock, mate.
Oh, sorry. I didn't realise he was that Irish.
He's that Irish.
Oh, he's American Irish.
Yeah.
It's about as Irish as Ken Shamrock.
Oh.
I had to get
Reference,
had to
yeah.
turn up somewhere, didn't it?
Yeah, of course. Of course.
He was brilliant back in the day.
Yeah. Still looks like he could go for it now, to be honest.
Yeah. So what happens next, Willie?
So, our nice drunk Dr. Tash,
Yep.
after being restrained, he escapes. After a nice little chuck, he has a skeleton mask on him, and he chucks it at the CCTV camera.
Whilst watching Halloween.
Well, so
Yeah.
Whilst watching Halloween.
is another quite meta again. Yeah.
Sorry, mate, this doesn't qualify for a feature. It's only 79 minutes. No problem. Tommy, back in.
Sitting here for 5 minutes.
John, you got that video? Yeah, there we go. Bam.
There's very Gremlins 2-esque.
Yes.
I said they said it first, obviously. Yeah.
Yeah. But I don't know
does that mean-
why.
So in this universe, then Michael Myers doesn't exist. That's why he hasn't appeared yet. You nerds.
Yeah,
Because he's just a fictional character.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There we go.
Get over it.
Oh my god.
Like the episode artwork for this episode is just going to be a picture of Michael Myers.
Ooh.
Trolling him.
Trolling Willie.
I like it. Well done.
Shopping trolley, that.
So yeah, this is all very fucking contrived, this. Where he somehow manages to wiggle himself free, smashes the telly, and the pièce de résistance throws the fucking mask clean over the camera.
Good shot, very good shot.
Michael Jackson style.
Fucking contrived shot.
I've been up the vent for a bit of Die Hard type action.
Oh, it's all there, isn't it?
Crawling along.
It's the precursor to everything.
And he managed to get out of there, and what does he do? He finds the phone and he calls his ex-wife.
Who tells him to fuck right off.
Yeah, pretty much.
Jesus.
Yeah.
I mean, she deserves it.
It's a difficult one in this situation, because what would you do if your ex-husband, who you think has got a bad reputation, tells you to throw out the masks for evil? What would you do?
I mean, I probably would think there's something to go on. I wouldn't be like, oof, that's a bit out the blue. That's very specific. Are you drunk? That's very specific information. And topical. Are you drunk? Not like, I miss you, I fucking love you, when I come back, I'm going to kill you. Not that. It's take the masks off the kids.
The masks!
Yeah. It's the classic get out of the water, isn't it? Like,
Yeah, of course it is, yeah.
Ooh, that's a bit specific, Brody. I'm not going to do that. Dickhead.
Wah.
So she fucks him off, and then he goes to rescue Ellie from the Room of Doom.
That's right. And after they do that, they come across a shitload of silver shamrock badges,
Yep.
and they get an idea,
Yep.
which he finds like the central control station, and all of Cochrane's henchmen are looking away at that specific moment.
Yeah. And also he knows how to operate all of this machinery, which is in itself quite contrived. Sorry.
So
We're going to have to bleep that in Audacity.
Yeah.
So
He's not letting that go, is he?
no, he's
Fucking
not.
messing with my levels. DJ Willie over there.
Bring it on. Strong.
Again, that sounds like a Banjo Kazooie character.
He manages to get the control panel to play the advert, and in the moment where we're all distracted by the advert, he climbs up the rafters, lobs all the badges down, and because they've all been tampered with, like the angry woman did before, they all fire the lasers.
Oh, God.
Yeah. Which leads to the mega laser firing by Cochrane.
Oh,
Yeah.
Fucking mega laser. Excellent. Brilliant.
Mark that.
It's such a good mic.
He's like a kid with a new toilet. He's like a kid with a new mask. That's what he's like.
You know, like Shield. You know, like in Fun Fair, you get the ones where it spins round, then the G-forces pin you back.
Yes, the
against
Gravitron in Pleasure Island as well.
That's the one.
That's
yes.
the boy.
Yeah,
That is the one.
That was the
Yeah.
ultimate boy, it has to be said. Yeah,
Pleasure Island, Grimsby. Fuck off, Mum. I'm getting back in the queue for that one.
yeah.
Yeah, beautiful.
Hyperblast this.
Hyperblast. Excellent. Yeah, lovely.
Yes, it is. So everything explodes now, doesn't it, basically?
Yeah.
Dave, now say torture rack.
Torture rack. Torture rack. Fuck, it sounds so good. Rob, give me something else.
Boomerang.
Boomerang.
What about next week on CineMortuary?
Next week on CineMortuary. Oh, fuck. No, that was really good.
That'll be good, that. Yeah, so everything explodes, basically, at this point. Dan and Ellie, it's Dan. That's
Is it
his
Dan?
name. His name's Dan.
Dan
the
Tash.
drunk.
Dan Tash
Yeah.
and Ellie escape in their car.
Brum, brum, brum.
And they're driving along in the Brum Brum.
Yeah.
And he's having a bit of a chat. And Ellie's been quiet for the last few minutes.
She has, hasn't she? Most of since he found her.
Yeah,
to be
yeah.
honest.
She's actually not said a word.
Yeah.
And,
She's been kind of gorming out in the background, hasn't
yeah, she has been, yeah. Why is that, Willie?
Well, she attacks him.
She's a replicant.
She's a robot.
Roboto-chan. Oh, no.
The bloody Irish have at it again.
Yeah. So they have a good rumble, and Dan basically decaffeinates her.
Decaffeinated.
Decaffeinated. God, Dave.
Decaffeinated.
And marked.
Yeah.
Decapitates her. Oh, and my favourite cliche, as referenced a few episodes ago.
Go on.
The car, and there's a tree.
The two must come together.
The inevitable meeting of the two happens.
Yes, it does.
Every fucking time.
Like Holy Communion, bread and wine. It's car and tree. It's beautiful.
All that needs to happen is for then someone to cough into a hanky with red on it.
Yeah.
Oh, beautiful.
For the ultimate trinity.
With a sequel set in a big city.
Yeah.
Oh, hold me.
And suddenly, we're back right where we fucking started, with Tommy Atkins running into the same petrol station.
Nice.
Yeah, which leads into another one of our recurring cliches: bad shit happening in petrol stations.
Absolutely.
Because bear in mind, even though like they've killed Cochrane and all that lot, the advert's still playing at 9 o'clock regardless. It's been programmed in.
Yeah.
Yep.
So Dr. Tash gets on the phone to the TV station to madly try and get it turned off at all possible costs because it's about to kill millions of kids.
Yeah.
Plus parents. And maybe doggos as well. Maybe.
Tash, do you want to take that mask off the kid right in front of you? No, I'd rather scream into the phone, to be honest. Do you want to just... Tash, mate, I know you're busy. Do you want me to do out? Do you want me to take his mask off?
No, just stand there looking confused. That would be the best.
Yeah.
All right. I can hug the TV if you want, Tash.
Yeah, and so...
He's moving closer. He's going to be staring right at it. That's fine. I'm off the phone.
Yeah, I'm on the phone.
On
I'm
the phone,
busy.
2 seconds.
Yeah.
Shut it off! Just fuck off a minute. All right.
Yes, and then if it basically just... The film ends on big Tommy Atkins screaming, "Stop it," down a phone.
Stop it!
Goes out, it means the death of millions of people, everyone watching. Don't you understand that? Well, say it's a bomb, then say whatever you want. Say whatever you like, just get it off the air. Please, No, I can't prove it. You've got to believe me. Believe me. Take it off the air now, please. You've got to. It means...
Please excuse the interruption. We're having technical problems. Please stand by.
It's time.
We are experiencing technical difficulties. Please stand by.
Dark masks, gather round your TV set. Put on your masks and watch. All witches, all skeletons, all jack-o'-lanterns.
The third
Gather
commercial,
round
it's
and
still...
watch.
Please,
Watch
take
the
off the
magic
third
on
channel.
camera.
The third channel, it's still running. Stop it, please. For God's sake, please stop it. There's no more time. You've got to... Please, stop it. Stop it now. Turn it off. Turn it off. Stop it. Stop it. Stop it. Stop it. Stop it. Stop it. Stop it.
It's one of my all-time favourite horror film endings.
It's pretty nasty, and it's like Body Snatchers.
Yeah.
In a good way.
Yeah.
Does everybody need to redo that ending? Fantastic. Fine.
Yeah.
Give me that.
And that's the end of the film. Yeah.
Good that, wasn't it?
Good that. Yeah.
It was
quality.
quite excellent, but I'll get your thoughts first. Let's start with you, Rob. What did you think to Halloween 3, Season of the Witch?
Well...
Did you know there's a Nicolas Cage film called Season of the Witch?
Yes, I did.
Okay, just checking.
It's quite boring, in all fairness.
Ooh.
This was during his half-assed phase.
Yeah. It was
sort of,
post-Wicker Man, wasn't it?
Yeah, it's sort of in recent times, like some Mandy's got back into that crazy one, but this was when he did the likes of Season of the Witch and Left Behind and all that. He just really half-assed it. It was quite...
I've seen Left Behind, it's so bad.
It was quite clearly doing it for the paycheck to pay for his 6 castles.
Yeah.
I thought you liked everything he did. Wow.
Well, there you go.
Jesus.
Well, I mean, he's done so much in this decade alone.
This doesn't sound like you. What's happened?
Have you fallen out with him?
Maybe I'm a replicant.
Oh, maybe.
Thoughts on Halloween 3?
Yes, Rob, go for it.
While I attack you.
I've seen it I've seen it many times. And I actually watched it very, very recently. And then you picked it, and I was like, fuck, I'm going to have to watch it twice within about 3 weeks. And given that, obviously, this is the second time in 3 weeks I've watched it, still enjoy it every time I watch it.
Yeah.
It's one of them I'll revisit probably every year.
Yeah.
Great fucking fun, and a lovely change of pace from the Michael Myers stuff. It's just a shame that the fucking nerds couldn't get their head around it.
No.
Or that it was called Halloween 3.
Yeah. I know it's called Season of the Witch.
It should have been called Samhain.
What does that even mean?
What's that fucking bullshit later on in the Halloween series where they try to connect it with Samhain?
Oh, the Thorn storyline.
Yeah,
mate, we
'cause
don't have enough time.
I haven't gone that far. You see, I don't want to.
We do not have enough time.
Next time on CineMortuary, Nathan.
Next time on CineMortuary.
There you go, you need a microphone.
Yeah, so, I mean, that's kind of... That shit starts to happen in Halloween 5.
Right.
And then really happens a lot in Halloween 6, although Halloween 6 isn't too bad.
Right.
It's noted for being the first Dimension released Halloween film.
Right, okay,
And
yeah.
it's also known as one of the very early roles from Paul Rudd. Anyhow, another time.
Okay,
But yeah,
alright.
we ain't got time to...
No,
tell you
that's
about
fine,
that
that's fine,
shit,
that's fine.
Dave, what do you think?
Right.
Good, right.
Yeah,
Well, so what did you think?
I thought it was really good. Yeah, I've seen it before. I watched it one Halloween like 5 years ago, just to mix it up a little bit. Because normally I do what you do and watch the first one.
Yep.
Thought I'd watch this one. Pleasantly surprised.
Yep.
Keyword being surprised, because I didn't go in knowing much about it. Only that it was very different.
Yep.
It's a good old time. It's really slow, really pensive.
Yep.
But that's fine.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got a distinct Westworld vibe from it.
Yes.
Yeah,
So, yeah.
In a good way.
Yeah.
In a very good way, yeah.
Yeah.
Wilberforce.
I really, really enjoyed it. It's quite batshit crazy, actually.
Yeah.
If you put all the elements together,
Yeah.
fucking Stonehenge, lasers,
Yeah.
aliens, maybe.
Yeah.
Definitely robots.
Third act is strictly Roger Corman had to step in and back him up a little bit and help him out.
Yeah.
Yeah, it felt like that. But I thought this was a great film.
Yeah.
I really enjoyed it.
Yeah.
No complaints whatsoever. I think in the end it just comes down to sort of the name being a bit of mismarketing, really.
Yeah.
But I think I can see why they tried to label. I actually wasn't sure if it was ever intended to be something else. Someone went, "Oh, let's stick Halloween on the label."
Mm-hmm.
But I think it's just what do you even call this film?
Yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
I think it was Halloween 3 initially, just
Yeah.
Halloween 3. And then they retcon it a little bit with Season of the Witch.
Yeah.
And obviously Halloween 4 is Return of Michael Myers, just because they had to let everyone fucking know that they were getting what they wanted now.
Yeah. But what would you call this film otherwise? How would you market it? It's one of those. It's a weird film. And
Yeah.
I think they would have struggled otherwise.
Yeah.
To get quite a big audience for this one. So I think it's sort of like a bit of a trick on
Tweak.
yeah, on their behalf, just to get people to see it. But on its standalone, fantastic film.
Yeah.
Loved
And
it.
it does establish the subtitle thing. Does after this point, every Halloween film has a subtitle
Just
up
to make
until
sure.
Rob Zombie's Halloween 2. That's a fact for you.
I suppose his first one doesn't have a subtitle, does it?
No, 'cause it's just Halloween. Isn't it? Just a
Well, it's
remake.
fucking not.
Yeah.
Well, episode, what was it? Episode 3.
Episode 3,
Yeah.
now available on iTunes, SoundCloud, and other podcast apps of varying quality.
Yes.
Aye, man.
Right, turds and popcorns. You first, Rob. Turd it.
Turd it 4. Because it is quite turderific if you sit back and think about it.
Yep. Yeah.
You know, there's a lot of turdy elements in there. You know, the man steals part of Stonehenge. I can't emphasise that enough.
Yeah. Naff weedy dudes in suits.
Yeah, naff-weedy dudes in suits who, somehow manage to overact, not acting.
Yeah, it's very good, that, isn't it?
That is an impressive trick they pull. And there's some terrible acting from the guy who's the father of the family, the annoying family as well.
Yeah.
He really over-eggs the boat. But it's enjoyable shit, but it is a reasonably turdy 4.
Okay. And popcorns?
8. Because it is damn good fun as well. And very, very entertaining, very revisitable, and it works as a standalone film.
Yeah, fair play.
Oh, well, Dave, turd it.
Turd, 3 turds from me.
Okay, yeah.
Not particularly turdy on the turd front. It just felt like a John Carpenter film where he was just kind of having a little bit of a breather and didn't want to do something too high maintenance sort of thing.
Yeah.
Popcorns 7.
Nice, yeah.
Not bad.
So you were entertained?
I was entertained. It's not overly gripping stuff.
Right.
For me, it didn't hook me constantly.
Yeah.
Because the majority of it is dialogue driven.
Yeah.
So I could kind of just like look around the room and see. But I had a good time.
Yep.
Yeah,
Fair.
it feels like an exploitation film that's just taking itself really fucking seriously, which is fine. Again, that's good. Yeah, enjoyed.
Very good.
Ooh, bang bang.
Chris Wilson.
Right, Turds, I'll give it a 3 as well.
Okay, yeah, nice.
Yeah, I say it's a couple of flaws here and there, but apart from like the subplot with his assistant being a bit pointless, you know, the annoying ex-wife, that sort of goes nowhere as well, really.
Yeah.
And
well, as Eleanor pointed out, the Doctor's a bit of a dick.
Yeah. He doesn't really help anyone at any point. Like,
he's just a fat drunk loitering.
He just drinks a lot, yeah.
It's in people.
And sweats.
Yeah.
And, you know, as you point out, like last scene, he could at least save those 2 children instead of screaming down the phone. But, you know, so, you know, there's a couple of, like, little niggles like that, but as the overall film goes, you know, this, no complaints from me whatsoever. In terms of popcorn, I'm going to have to give it a 9.
Wowzers.
Yeah.
Did you have a good time? Did this surprise you?
Hell.
Did you think it was going to be not as enjoyable as it was?
I sort of had a good feeling about it.
Yeah.
I sort of knew that its controversy has come from the mismarketing of it more than anything. I think what really helps is I didn't expect all like the really wacky elements to it, like Stonehenge and the lasers.
Yeah.
And I really like that sort of thing. I like it when it's quite out there like that.
Yeah. It's a swerve. There's lasers everywhere and snakes and shit.
Like a perfect type of film for me is something that's like really wacky and out there, but without being exhausting.
Yeah.
That's why, like, let's go back to bloody Sharknado and all that lot. You know, the problem with those films as it went on along is that it was absolutely whacking out there, and in theory it should have been great, but it's just so relentless. Was, you know, it just was too much. Whereas this just had a very nice pace to it.
Yeah.
So,
and it's kind of it starts and it finishes. It's done. There's no 5th one with Nazis on the moon or anything.
No.
It's kind of closed off. That's fine. Yeah.
Very good.
Right, okay, so that's the end of this review for Halloween 3. And next time in the chair, it's you, Rob.
It is.
So, what have you got for us?
Looking at you.
I am revisiting the world of, well,
William Castle.
early
and Dark
2000s Dark Castle films. Yeah. It's 13 Ghosts.
Oh, here we go.
Rob, so...
Yes. I'm hyped for it.
When you put a cut in a film,
Yes.
are you satisfied with one cut? Or would you rather have 20 cuts and then go to your actual shot? Is that what you want?
It's good fun.
With Matthew Lillard in the background.
Yep. Loved this when I was younger. And
I did as well, to be honest.
Yeah, and you'll be able to get my thoughts on it next time around.
Absolutely.
And your thoughts and Willie's thoughts.
We'll look forward to that. So tune in again in a fortnight's time.
And it's bye-bye from Chris.
Well, I'm the host.
Well,
I get to say bye.
I've got
fuck yourself.
Yeah.
Fuck you.
Besides which, we've got a musical guest.
Have we?
We do, yes.
Have we?
Rob, grab the guitar. Grab the guitar.
Okay. Are you singing?
Yes.
Okay.
And to sing us out, this is the Bye song. Ready?
Ready.
Yep. Bye, 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 bye.
Stop it. There's no more time. You've got to stop it. Please stop it. Stop it now. Turn it off. Turn it off. Stop it. Stop it. Stop it. Stop it. Stop it. Stop it. Stop it.
Sounds just like Nirvana. Don't forget, you can follow us and keep up with all our updates, regular updates, possibly, maybe, hopefully, if Wilson gets his arse in gear, at CineMortuary on Twitter, /CineMortuary on Facebook, and of course, at CineMortuary on Instagram. I don't know how you do pictures of podcasts, but we're going to do that anyway.